Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow raising, of course, the bearded toyaholic. I am Joseph, the Mad Montreal Man, and we got a show for you today. As you can tell by the t-shirt, it's going to be a Batman show. Are you surprised? McFarlane Toys, Batman? I'm not surprised, but we got 3 for you today. We've got, well, guess what? Batwing version 2.0. We have Batman Troika. And I'm told this guy's hard to find. I got him. The Batman Azrael, or as people have been calling him, the Kenner version. But what do you say we get started with the sidekick? Let's start out with Nightwing 2.0. I can tell you right off the bat, it's the same body as the original Nightwing they put out with, but what do you say? I get my friend. You're right, maybe your friend. I don't know. Is he your friend? Is he? Is he? He should be. The enemy of all mint and package collectors everywhere. You know him. I know him. Of course, he is the steel blade of justice. Dr. Steel. He's nice and sharp. Ooh. So let's get him out of the package. And let's get to it, shall we? How was your week so far? Did you like the last special? But I'm going to finish taking, I love that sound, him out of the package, and we'll be back after a close-up. Well, the card artwork is the same on the back of the box. I'm not going to go into details. Doesn't really come with accessories except the little blue flame thingy. But you saw in the close-up, he's a pretty well-detailed figure. I actually think this is a bit of a new sculpt here. The wings are posable, of course. You can put them up and down. Not a bad version of Batwing. Actually, I think this one's better than I'm looking at now, the silver colored one. I do like it. I like the fact it's a full head mask, not a half mask. This could basically be the precursor to Batman Beyond. Not a bad figure. I do like the details in the bat design. It's kind of cool. I also like the fact that the six-pack is well defined. It's a really good figure. Some limitations with the shoulders. You're not going to do it in a T-pose with this thing at all because it's just stiff when it comes to that. But overall, not a bad figure. Would I would like to have some spare hands? Yeah. Yeah. But overall, I'm happy I got him. I do like the fact that he looks good. The eyes look good. The details are there. It's a well-detailed figure. Not quite front of the shelf. Mostly because I wasn't a big fan of the character in the comic books. But, you know, still not a bad figure. Really not. Not going to complain. So it's kind of like second in line in the shelf. But it will be in front of the Batwing 1.0. So let's move on, shall we? Yes. Batman Troika. I remember this comic book. Oh well, let's take a look. Once more, Dr. Scalpel. Let's take him out. Did you read the Troika storyline? It was interesting artwork at the time, I must admit. But let's take a look. Mint and package people, I can hear you scream now. So I'll finish taking him out, and it is a wired cape, and we'll be back after his close-up. Well, you saw in the close-up, yellow symbol, black body, big pointy ears, very pointy ears. He also has that very unique profile. It's almost like a beak more than a bat's nose. And of course, comes with a card. He does have accessories. He's got a right grabby hand. He's got a left punching hand, and probably the biggest batarang I've ever seen for a McFarlane toy. It's a big batarang. But let's talk about the figure. Right off the bat, I love the wired cape. This is an amazing wired cape. You can scrunch it. It's really a good wired cape. The body, we've seen this body before. They have made new sculpting for the boots and for the gauntlets. I do like the fact that it's a raised emblem. Those are the pros. Another pro is I like black. Obvious. A couple things I do find a little disappointing. The neck, the head. It is a very stiff head, very little articulation when it comes to the head. Hard to turn. Pretty much he's looking forward. Okay. The articulation, especially when you remember the comic book, he can't do that pose. No way. Nada. He is a very stiff. There's no ab crunch. There's no back crunch. He is a stiff Batman. Very stiff Batman. He's more of a statue Batman kind of thing. That's where he's going to go. He's going to be a statue, more like, because there's really not much posing with him. And I tried posing him in different ways. That gut is solid. But yeah, overall, not a bad adaptation of the Troika comic book. If they would have done the actual comic book proportions, he would look more like a animated figure, like totally disproportionate. But not bad, not bad. If you're a Batman guy, I know we all are basically, because no one beats Batman. You're gonna want him for your collection. I mean, it's a shame that it's not the standard head, because it would have been cool to swap that head out with another one just to have the pointed ear look at a few different other Batman. But no, overall, not a bad one. I do say, if you can find him, pick him up. I don't think he's going to be that hard to find, oddly enough. I got lucky. I found him early. I still have him on pre-order. Yeah, so I'll probably have 2 of these, but we'll see. But no, there you go. That's him. But let's get on to the next one, shall we? Ooh, look, it's Batman. It's just this. Here, let me just give you it's that Jay Leno. This is a Jay Leno chin, basically. But we got one more to go, and yes, it's another Azrael. And I still have this Azrael to look at, but not today. You might do a special with the platinas, I don't know. But what do you say we get the Night Quest Azrael, or as a lot of people are calling it, the Kenner homage Nightwear, just for the colors. And oh wait, you ready? Mint and package, people. Dr. Scalpel's ready for you. 1 and 2 and a 3. Yeah, it's There we go. Well, usual. Close up, usual. Back and talk about him in a minute. Well, the card artwork is the same on the box. Would you expect anything else? I don't. It's always the same artwork on the back of the box. But to start off talking about the figure, there's no accessories except the wings. I need to say this. Hey, McFarlane Toys, if you're going to make an action figure this back heavy, these bases suck. I won't tell you the struggles I had doing the close-up because it's so back heavy. I'm probably going to have to get one of my aftermarket bases that's 2 pegs and put him in there. And unfortunately, because he's so back heavy, he's not going to be front of the shelf. He's going to have to be in the back just in case he decides to fall. But let's get to the figure, shall we? Start off with the back. You got the details in the back. You got the wings. And it's a shame that, like every other Azrael so far, these aren't articulated. It'd have been cool to have a little hinged wing there so you could pick them up and not, but they're not articulated. They're just solid wings. You pop them in, that's the look. It's for the look of it. But let's be honest. Wings that small probably would have been snappable, breakable. I can see why they didn't do it. It still would be cool to have wings that you could move. That and the fact that, let's be honest, between you and me, you're going to get them, you're going to put them on a shelf. Yeah, this is not the action figure you give to a kid. If you do, you must have a lot of money. Just saying. Action figures like this are for us giant kids, us toy collectors. It's how we stay young. But let's get to the figure. So as you can see, it is definitely bright red and gold colors with the big black bat. I like the helmet sculpt. It looks really good. It would have been nice to have spare hands. I will admit it would be nice to have a couple of spare hands because they're just really closed punching fists. The gauntlets are there. Definitely a well rendered action figure. You know, but he is stiff. I mean, I still have yet to get the fist to move properly. It's stiff. And I did warm him up before you ask. I did warm him up. But there he is. Definitely one for the collection. And he's about to fall again. But there he is. Not bad. I'm happy I got him. He'll go with the other Azraels. And the rest of the Batman sidekicks and whatnot that we have. But no, there he goes. And like I said, down the road, I'll probably open up this guy here. This is the Azrael, by the way, that doesn't have the big wings. This is a somewhat easier Azrael, because I have the original blue one somewhere on a shelf. But that's it for the show. That is it for this week's show. Now, next Wednesday, there is going to be another special. Okay? However, it's not a DC special. It's not a Gargoyle special. Sorry, Shane. I know you want me to do Broadway, but Broadway is going to have to wait. I was encouraged by Chris at EB Games to maybe try doing a different action figure, something different. I did take advantage of a sale they had, so I did pick up some Star Wars figures. Don't judge. I know. I reviewed one before and I wasn't happy about it, but I did pick up a couple. So next week we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 Star Wars action figures. That'll be on Wednesday. And of course, next week on Friday, there'll be a regular episode of On the Peg. But until then, that is one big battering. Do your best for your body, your mind, and of course, your emotional well-being. Do your best to stay healthy. It's important. And when you do get an action figure that has those kind of colors, you look at it and go, yeah, I remember my childhood. Okay, editor, I was not a child back in those days. I was a teenager. Don't make it remind me that I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old. Thank you. I'm getting old. It doesn't help that my birthday's around the corner either. But yeah, thank you, editor. I know I'm old, so it wasn't back in my childhood. But for some people, it was their childhood. They remember the Kenner Batmans. Okay, I was a young adult. Okay. I was a young adult. Okay, I was doing comic book shows on the other channel. Are you done, editor? Can I get back to it? I've already said stay healthy. But as I was saying before my editor interrupted, you gotta do your best when you get a character like this. Just smile, because it's a good way to stay happy. Stay happy. And when you have other action figures to look forward to, like for example, eventually opening up this guy or the Patina Wonder Woman, or seeing what comes in next week, you never know. It's a good way, of course, to help you through the day and to stay positive. But on that wonderful note, you guys have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Spend time with your loved ones. Reach out to people. Just say hi. Just try it. You know, reach out to the collector. Say hi. How you doing? If you have no family, well, guess what? There's other people out there you can talk to. Go for a walk. Go to a comic book store. Go to a toy store. If you're in Ireland, go to Sub City Comics. Go in. Browse. Look at some Irish comic books. If you're in Vancouver, stop by Tasmania Comics and go, hey, Hartley sent me. If you're in Ottawa, even though it's out of my way for me, go to the comic book shop. They got action figures. I wish I could get there easier because I'm sure they probably have stuff I need. Probably do. And that's pretty much it. Go out, enjoy the weekend. And before you go, though, do me one favor. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't done already, comment and share. It does help the channel a little bit. And, of course, tune in next Wednesday for that special, I don't know what I'm thinking, Star Wars edition of On the Peg. Have a great weekend, folks. Course, card, artwork, back of box, same. I don't like that. No. Don't like that. Card, box, same. No surprise there. I will begin by saying no other accessories. You think about it, the 6 wings are an accessory, but I need to say this. Hey, McFarlane Toys, you're going to make a figure this back heavy? These bases suck. Barely holds them up. It's a balancing act. It's not a good base for a figure like this. I'm probably gonna use one of my aftermarket bases that's 2 pegs. That'll probably work better. But let's get to the figure, shall we? Right off the bat, let's start off with the wings. Nice and detailed. Once again, not articulated. That would have been really cool. Just imagine a little hinge. You could put them up, but no, these are solidly, once you pop them in, they're in. That's it. The details are there, though. The details are there. This makes me think of the comic book for sure. And I fed that up, like tongue-tied. Let's take all that over again.